Welcome back to WWE Sphere. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest WWE breaking news, rumors, and exclusive updates. The WWE Universe woke up to absolute chaos today as one of the most shocking social media controversies in recent memory has erupted between two of WWE's top female superstars. Becky Lynch, the man, herself, has reportedly threatened legal action following a viral post from Lyra Valkyria that has sent shockwaves throughout the wrestling community. This isn't your typical wrestling rivalry playing out on social media. This situation has escalated beyond kayfabe and entered what appears to be very real territory, with legal teams potentially getting involved. Let's break down everything we know about this explosive situation. The drama began when Lyra Valkyria, the rising star who has been making waves in WWE's women's division, posted content on her social media platforms that immediately caught fire across the wrestling community. While the exact nature of the post has been a subject of intense speculation, sources indicate that it contained allegations or implications that Becky Lynch and her representatives deemed defamatory. Within hours of Lyra's post going live, it had accumulated hundreds of thousands of views, likes, and shares across multiple platforms. Wrestling fans, journalists, and fellow WWE superstars all weighed in, creating a perfect storm of viral content that put both women at the center of one of the biggest wrestling stories of the year. Don't forget to subscribe to WWE Sphere to stay updated on all the latest developments in this ongoing story. Known for her outspoken nature and willingness to stand her ground, Becky Lynch did not take the viral post lying down. According to multiple wrestling news outlets and industry insiders, Lynch's legal team has reached out to Lyra Valkyria with a cease and desist letter, threatening potential legal action if the content is not removed and a public retraction is not issued. This marks a significant escalation in what many initially thought might be a worked storyline designed to build heat for a future feud. However, the involvement of lawyers and the seriousness of the threats suggest this is a legitimate personal matter that has spilled into the public eye. Becky Lynch has built her career on being authentic and speaking her truth. From her meteoric rise as the man, to becoming one of WWE's most bankable stars, she has never shied away from confrontation. But this situation appears to have crossed a line that Lynch is unwilling to tolerate, even from a fellow WWE performer. Lyra Valkyria has been one of WWE's most promising young talents since making her way to the main roster. With her unique look, impressive in-ring abilities, and growing confidence on the microphone, she seemed destined for greatness in WWE's women's division. However, this controversy puts her in an incredibly difficult position. On one hand, she has gained massive attention and visibility from the viral post. On the other hand, she now faces potential legal consequences and has drawn the ire of one of WWE's biggest stars. The wrestling community is divided on Lyra's actions. Some fans believe she was simply speaking her truth and should not be silenced by legal threats. Others argue that she crossed professional boundaries and should face consequences for her actions. This situation presents a unique challenge for WWE's corporate structure. The company has worked hard to maintain a family-friendly image while also embracing the authentic personalities of their superstars on social media. However, when personal disputes between talents escalate to potential legal action, WWE must carefully navigate the situation. Sources within WWE suggest that company officials have been working behind the scenes to mediate the situation and prevent it from spiraling further out of control. The last thing WWE wants is a public legal battle between two of their contracted performers, which could damage both stars' reputations and create negative publicity for the company. WWE has historically been protective of its brand and has specific social media policies that talents must adhere to. The question now becomes whether Lyra's viral post violated those policies and what disciplinary action, if any, WWE might take. In today's wrestling landscape, social media has become just as important as what happens inside the ring. Superstars build their brands, connect with fans, and sometimes create controversy through platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. This incident highlights both the power and the danger of social media for professional wrestlers. While it provides an unfiltered way to reach millions of fans instantly, It also creates opportunities for misunderstandings, conflicts, and legal issues to arise. The viral nature of Lyra's post demonstrates how quickly information spreads in the modern age. What might have once been a private dispute between two performers is now public knowledge, dissected and debated by millions of fans worldwide. This controversy also raises important questions about the state of women's wrestling in WWE. The women's division has made incredible strides over the past decade, with female superstars main eventing WrestleMania and receiving equal billing with their male counterparts. However, incidents like this can potentially set back that progress if they devolve into unprofessional behavior or personal attacks. Many fans and industry veterans have expressed hope that both Becky and Lyra can resolve their differences professionally, regardless of the outcome. The women's wrestling revolution has been built on mutual respect and solidarity among female performers. While competition and rivalries are natural and even beneficial, crossing into personal territory can damage the collective progress that has been made. From a legal standpoint, this situation is complex. Defamation cases in the entertainment industry are notoriously difficult to prove and can be incredibly costly for all parties involved. For Becky Lynch to pursue legal action, she would need to demonstrate that Lyra's statements were false, caused measurable harm to her reputation, and were made with malicious intent. Legal experts suggest that the cease and desist letter is likely an attempt to resolve the matter quickly without going to court. Most legal disputes in the entertainment industry are settled privately, with both parties agreeing to specific terms without admitting fault. However, if the situation cannot be resolved through negotiation, it could escalate to a full lawsuit, which would make all details of the dispute public record. This is typically the last resort for all parties involved, as it can be damaging to everyone's reputation and career. The WWE Universe has been vocal about this controversy, with opinions sharply divided. Social media platforms have been flooded with takes from fans supporting either Becky or Lyra, with hashtags related to the situation trending for days. Some fans believe this is all an elaborate work designed to build a future storyline between the two women. Others are convinced the situation is entirely real and are concerned about the well-being of both performers. Wrestling podcasters, YouTubers, and journalists have been covering the story extensively, analyzing every detail and speculating about what might happen next. The controversy has dominated wrestling news cycles and overshadowed other WWE storylines and announcements. As this situation continues to unfold, several possible outcomes exist. Lyra could remove the post and issue an apology, potentially satisfying Becky's legal team and allowing both women to move forward. WWE could intervene more directly, possibly suspending or fining Lyra if her actions violated company policy. Alternatively, this could escalate into a prolonged legal battle that plays out in courts rather than in the ring. The worst-case scenario would involve one or both women leaving WWE over the controversy, though industry insiders suggest that outcome is unlikely. There's also the possibility that WWE decides to incorporate elements of this real-life drama into a storyline, turning lemons into lemonade by creating a high-profile feud between two talented performers. Wrestling has a long history of blurring the lines between reality and fiction, and this situation could provide compelling material for future programming. This breaking news story reminds us that behind the scripted storylines and larger-than-life characters, WWE superstars are real people with real emotions and real conflicts. While we love the drama and excitement that wrestling provides, situations like this serve as a reminder that there are real consequences when personal boundaries are crossed. As fans, we should hope for a resolution that allows both Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria to continue their careers without lasting damage. Both women are incredibly talented performers who have contributed significantly to WWE's women's division, and the wrestling world is better with both of them in it. Stay tuned to WWE Sphere for continued coverage of this developing story. Subscribe now and turn on notifications so you're immediately updated when new information breaks. Drop a comment below with your thoughts on this situation, Team Becky or Team Lyra. Let us know. Remember, whether this situation is real or worked into a future storyline, it's creating massive buzz and reminding everyone why WWE remains the most talked about wrestling promotion in the world. Keep it locked to WWE Sphere for all your WWE news, rumors, and analysis. Like this video if you found it informative, Share it with your fellow WWE fans, and don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.